Okay, this is welcome to StockMarketFunding.com, home to investors and traders and people we care about worldwide. And basically, what I want to, this is part 2 of this, is that self-executing rule, or deemed and pass. This is the part that I want you to focus on, and what the repercussions are going to have down the road. And basically, there's a couple of other highlights that I'd like to point out to people. And one of them down here is this, is that as Pelosi and other congressional leaders pressed wavering lawmakers, President Obama highlighted how close the result may be as he focused his attention Monday on Rep. Dennis from Deem, Ohio, has been a stalwart no vote on health care reform. Well, remember when all of this was being planned, they never thought that they would lose that Democratic seat in Massachusetts, and they did. Do you hear me? And basically, what I just want to point out here of the highlights of this document is that this document is going to affect millions of Americans. And look at the Senate Democrat. The caucus has reduced to 59 seats, lost its ability to override Republican filibusters, as soon abandoned plans to pass a revised version of the health care bill that would reflect a compromise with White House leaders. Well, listen, here's the other part of the gimmick, which we don't like, is that because they're going to lose more Democrats, guess what? Well, let's go and just do it anyway. And basically, when you look up here, this is the part you really want to be focusing on. And the part that you want to really focus on is the self-executing rule. This is the main highlight right there. And other pieces of things that you want to be aware of is, did you ever contact your senator? All the senators are going to be up for re-election. And the thing about it is, I hope that you really think about who you vote for. That's your decision. But let me tell you something right now. As I said in part 1, is that there are consequences. It's going to disrupt the healthcare system, because people that are affected by it, such as the doctors that we go see, do you want them quitting because of this bill? Do you want American people in clinics and hospitals to start walking away and say they don't want to be part of this? That's what's going to end up happening. They've already made it clear. And those are the people that we have to count on when we get sick. We have to go see them. We don't want them leaving because of all of this crap that's going on. And basically, what I would like you to do is that you can see here Democratic leaders leaned over the weekend what they might be able to include a number of favorite items, including some Republican proposals to stem fraud in federal health care programs. Well, people, the government couldn't even run Medicare or Social Security. How are they going to run this health care bill, and how is this going to work out for you? And that's something you need to ask yourself. If they couldn't even control Medicare and Medicaid fraud, and they couldn't even run our Social Security correctly, how are they going to put together a plan once again? And this plan is not the right plan. And basically, if they couldn't do those other things right, how is this going to be done right? And all of the expenses that you're going to end up paying for as a taxpayer will catch up with you over the next year or 2 years. Not to mention the amount of interest debt incurred on top. And we already have a very weakened economy. Whether it's the health care bill, whether it's the gimmick on Wall Street, whether it's the gimmick in everything that all I've ever seen here in the last year and a half since we went into a financial crisis is all these pre-planned gimmicks. And I believe you as a citizen are tired of it. I know that I am. And I hope that you are too. Because at the end of the day, it's going to affect you. Well, what about your children and grandkids? This is part 2. Thank you for visiting stockmarketfunding.com. We felt that we wanted to share it to you. Saturday mornings, not this Saturday morning, but the following Saturday morning at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we do lots of things on the economy. And you can see the gimmick that we have here. Well, what about all the gimmicks that Wall Street's done? What about the gimmicks that the Treasury Department and the FDIC has done? What about the gimmicks that have been used in financial instruments in the U.S. and around the world? What about some of those gimmicks behind door number 1, 2, and 3 that haven't come to fruit yet? And how does that affect you and your IRA and 401k one day? Hey, keep coming back and visiting us at Stock Market Funding. Join our online trading community. International traders and investors, there's a link there for you. We started international trading programs for people outside of the U.S. More importantly is we care about you.